What's up, everyone? We are going to do a deep dive today. Okay, that's what I just heard, into divine masculine, divine feminine energy reading and the connection. I was told to start off with um, the Lemurian star child as a guidance, reference, overall energy. I do divine masculine, divine feminine energy readings or twin flame readings different in regards to the fact that all of us have divine masculine, divine feminine energy within, right? What the twin flame journey has evolved to for me is a pathway towards just inner peace, right? Inner balance, okay? Learning to navigate my own divine masculine, divine feminine within, right? The people I encounter with on a daily basis being my teachers, right? As well as like I'm their teacher, right? And if people choose to look at me that way in regards to a way to respond differently to life, right? To get to that place of unconditional love towards myself and all, right? So it's like it's turned into more of a self-love journey, right? Leading me towards a more peaceful life, a more balanced life, also to helping I mean, it's just helped with my whole like emotions, like balance my emotions. Yeah, look, divine feminine, receive your birthright, unconditional love, essence and energies, attuned to subtle energies, balance frequency holders. Okay, as twin flames, like that's our purpose, because as we evolve and as we like transcend all these like the negativity, or we start to face our inner selves, our inner demons, so to speak, right? The things that are the most challenging for ourselves, like whether that's like addictive behavior or just mindsets or whatever it is, okay? um, Money issues, okay, everything, right? It's not like all these things get completely removed. We just continue to evolve, get closer to God. Hopefully, you're learning that on your journey, to develop this relationship, a relationship with your higher power. I choose to call him God. You can call him whatever you want. For me, it's just flat out God, right? But it's like, even on this upward journey, right? On this upward spiral to uh, ascension or higher learning of self, right? Because the more I understand myself, it's easier to understand others, and even like to have compassion. Like I've had to learn compassion for myself first in order to have compassion for others, right? So, and that's like, that can stem to, it doesn't mean like I'm like responsible to heal everybody, right? Or to be there for everybody. Sometimes compassion means to like allow people to be who they are, right? Like whether it goes with what I'm doing or not, right? Yeah, they're free to express themselves. Everybody has that authentic expression. Words are powerful and truth, right? So this is also, it's this journey has turned into this pathway towards accepting myself for who I am, right? And sharing who I am with the world, like regardless, right? So this is also, I feel that there are more people awakening on this journey, on this path, to understanding themselves, right? So you may be triggered awake to the twin flame journey by meeting somebody, right? Like for me, that's what it was. That's what happened, right? I met somebody. We didn't even speak to each other. All we did was see each other, right? And everything. It was like this. One day, I'm just gonna like share my story, but okay. And Blu-ray being direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. Yeah. Wow, guys. All right. And heart of ascension. Exactly. It's everything I've just been talking about. Expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past. Yeah. So it's just been this pathway for me anyway. And that's why I feel like I'm a guide, and why I do my divine masculine, divine feminine energy readings differently. Look at this. Life force, Chrononos. I can never say his name. Express your divine passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Okay. So this is like, I just heard the power of love, and even why it's so important to be what's the word I want to say? I like use discretion, use discernment, right, in regards to who you share yourself with sexually, because that is a one of them that is like a very powerful um, energy to exchange, right? And it's your creative energy. So there's something going on here. You could be feeling very creative. Okay. This is like taking charge, like really being in tune with the divine. Okay. This is very, very powerful. And this says, Sana Kumara, light activation, shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. Exactly. So if you've been recently called to, step up whatever it is that you are creating, okay, in your life, even if that's just like creating a family or whatever it is that you do creatively, right? So, and look what's here. Speaking of family, 10 of water, okay? Um, it's just this movement. I feel like there is, yeah, I'm hearing progressive movement in whatever it is that it's like feeling alive again. Yeah, and I got this King of Cups here, and he's here with my dad. So there's something here about getting in control of your emotions, being in balance with your emotions, but you might still be holding back or not really revealing all your cards, right? Because the King of Cups, there's something about the King of Cups. He's that always sticks out to me is that he's like on this cement block floating in the middle of the ocean. I mean, something's going on then, okay? So if you're just like in the middle of the ocean, stranded on a cement block, like something's going on. All right. So all isn't being revealed. Okay. But I do feel like there's something. Yeah. See, there's been some sort of ending or betrayal. It says the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. Yeah. See, this is everything that we just talked about. I'm just going to put this over here as like part of the overall energy because I didn't ask for anything. Ooh, see, movement forward. We're moving into this energy. It's like fast paced. It's like this victorious energy. Okay. This is also towards spiritual growth. Okay. So, as the months or days go on, the world is waking up. All right. And people are going through massive transformations, and it's happening from the inside out. Right. And this is not something that the world on a whole is like really comfortable with. I mean, because everything has been so superficial, so outside based. How do you look? How much money you have, what car are you driving? And this has all been at the detriment. I'm hearing at the detriment of our health and well-being, right? Because it's like keeping up the facade and the phoniness. Okay, but the masks are falling off, right? It's like the true value of kinship is the words that they gave me. I don't speak like that. If you know me, I don't speak like that. So, and just like in mankind, that's what I'm hearing. And mankind. So this is about just like leaning into, or just like giving yourself a break. And even as I'm saying that, I'm feeling like my like stress off my back. Like I'm feeling like loosening of my muscles. It's like really awesome. So it's perspective changes. Okay. It's the realization of I'm hearing absurdness. Okay. It's like thinking like someone's like having this profound awareness that their thinking has just been absurd. Okay. And it's like, listen, you're not being shown. I want everybody to know, like, you're not being shown uh, where you could like brush up on your where you could improve yourself for any other reason other than the awareness, so that you start taking action to do better. That's it. Like, the divine is not asking you to feel sorry for yourself and like sit and cry and just like beat yourself up. No, you're being shown what needs to change so that you can start changing it. That's it. Period, point blank. That's what I just heard too. Okay. So let's do this. Give me one card here for divine feminine energy. Okay. What's happening, or what do we need to know about our divine feminine energy? Ooh, Six of Earth. Yeah, coming into balance. Okay. It's like the recognition of give and take, not over giving. Okay. This has been that balance. It says gifts of money, time, or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. Woohoo. That sounds fucking amazing. All right. So divine feminines, like this divine feminine, whether you're like with, let's just speak of it as like, I'm just going to talk to you, right? So, and you can put it in terms in regards to a person that you're dealing with, but I'm just going to speak to you, right? Because as this divine feminine, divine masculine within you, right? So it's like this balance. Okay. It's like the give and take. It's realizing you get what you give, right? And so it's even learning to master rest, right? It's like taking the pause, okay, and realizing like over efforts, okay, it's gotten you is tired. Okay, so it's like the release, right? And it's also this awareness that where to give, right? So maybe where you've been giving, maybe this came through an awareness of like over giving, right? And feeling depleted. And then it's like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm just going to pull back here and I'm going to like start giving to myself, right? So, because everything bottom line is about self-love first, right? We can't really love anybody else until we learn to love ourselves, right? And until then, who we're attracting in are people that are going to help us evolve, right? Should we be able to or ready to embrace the awareness that it's there's no need to point fingers, right? Anytime we're pointing fingers, there's always fingers pointing back at us, and this is because it's never them. It's always on us, right? So anyway, that I'm not trying to force you to think any kind of way, but that is the way that I look at myself and review my life. Anytime I'm disturbed, it's because something within me is disrupted. All right. So I have to look at that. Like, why is this triggering me? Right. So maybe some of you are beginning also to ask yourself this, right? Like, so it's like, so receiving some information, receiving some guidance, right? So maybe and I'm really, like nature is sticking out to me here. So maybe you've been outside, or even like taking some time to pause, to even receive some clarity on your situation, or just insights from the divine, right? Like just sitting there and just pausing for a few minutes, rather than like go 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 go, feeling like you have something to prove. We got nothing to prove, right? Because no matter where we are on this like ladder of life, or whatever you want to call it, pathway to life, uh we are loved and adored by God, like regardless. So whew, that just gave me chills. It makes me want to like burst into tears. Because thank God. All right, so give me one card here for divine masculine energy. Okay, so there's like some regret. Okay, some mourning energy here. Okay, I feel like there's a part of you like this, because this is the part of, listen, this is the guidance that I've been given, the awarenesses that I've been given. Okay, it's not so much about like I've shared on my channel before about how this whole like dominating energy, okay, this whole like men ruling, and it's like it's falling. Like this is the part. It's like this dominating or whatever. I hate to use this word, but that narcissistic view, whatever that term, okay, it's just falling, right? Everybody has that ability to go there and to bear all these qualities, right? Of you can be the monster and be uh, the saint, like all in one, right? And the point of life is to like learn how to like get to this place where you can balance it so that we can look at ourselves with unconditional love as well as others, right? It's learning to respect that monster within you as well as, but not like going to the other extreme of being like a complete like saint, right? Okay, so it's like not judging either side, and it's understanding that both sides live within it, like the Madonna and the whore. Okay, that's what else they said, like use the term like the Madonna and the whore. Okay, so it's like embracing all sides of you. Okay, so this says missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. So I feel like there might be some sort of pause in your energy, or again, like I'm being guided to urge you to get outside, right, and just kind of, or just even sit. Maybe a lot of times when I need grounding, I'll listen to drumming. Like I'll have like drumming on while I meditate, and because that just really soothes me, and it can take me there, right? So and it's not necessarily like where I have to be outside, but it's still grounding. So maybe somebody might want to try that. So you may feel like uh, things haven't worked out, right? Like there is a sadness. Okay. You could be feeling, this is like I was talking about this King of Cups, right? Like something's going on, right? So and this is this change. This is embracing or bringing on a change, right? Of, yeah, because there's this one cup of love here. Okay, I feel like there's just a massive awareness of the love that you have inside you. Okay, and oh look, speaking of the King of Water, look, that's the King of Cups I was just telling you about. It says open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt device, charity work. Okay, so I feel like, and this goes back to receiving a loan or paying off debts, gifts or money, time or effort. So somebody may be coming in to assist you, or possibly it's just like getting advice, or just like being put to this pushed to this place, whatever your emotions have pushed you to this place of knowing that there's more to understand, right? So even if like you've had this material gain, there's more emotional, right? It's like there's something very emotional about what's happening right now within the collective. Okay, so let's see, give me one card here for the current connection. Four of Fire. Holy crap. That is the twin flame card. That is the 1111 card. This is, let's see, it says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. See, this is people coming into balance. Okay, and if you don't feel like you're there, it's like you're on the pathway. Like I said, there's people waking up, and people are going to continue to wake up to this awareness that there's more going on than just like the material shit going on, or just whatever's on TV. If you can like not watch TV, stay out of the fucking news, right? I mean, it's not that I'm saying don't be aware of what's going on or your surroundings, but the more that you focus on yourself, and just enjoying what's around you in your vicinity, like, and not being distracted by, I'm hearing like fear mongering. Okay, it's like they're putting out this energy of fear, and that's where they want people to focus on. So then we start fighting, and it's like conflicting views and all this shit. Like, dude, put it down. Okay. Or don't, whatever. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just giving my guidance that I'm getting and sharing my thoughts, okay, as well. Um, Successful completion of a project. But this is about a merger. This is the card of marriage, okay? Celebration, okay? You could have a connection to fairies as well as the water, right? This is all the elements as well. Okay, what's here? Why do I keep turning this upside down? 5 of air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's notice. See, this I feel like it was shown to me in reverse because it's like there's no more conflict. Okay, it's I feel like this is what's helping you balance out also is to understand like where you feel like you went wrong, okay? Why you feel like you missed opportunities. It's seeing it's like, that whole thing, hindsight's 2020, right? It's understanding where you can do better, right? Um, okay. And then this says page of water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life, a relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. Yeah. So there is some sort of like, yeah, look, 9 of earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So like I said, you could be starting a business, or it's like maybe didn't like you haven't had as much effort or put toward as much effort towards something that now you're realizing, oh, you know what, I really do need to do this, right? So it's like taking that action. Okay. I do feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you are single right now. Okay. So you, or if you're in, yeah, see, going through some sort of ego death here. And Queen of Water, relationships develop to a new level, trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. Yeah. See, there's something here about, so even if you are in a connection or you have somebody in mind, you may not be communicating right now, or, maybe they're sleeping in the other bedroom or on the couch or something like that. Or it's just like you're both recognizing the importance of being individuals, right? Like two people that come together and like share ideas rather than one being dominant over the other, right? Or one feeling less than the other, however it works out for you, however that is. Okay. It's this awareness of balance. Okay. And this is literally what I'm telling you, like what this twin flame journey has really helped me become aware of. So I do feel like if you haven't already been on this journey and you aren't like already having these awarenesses yourself, you are being awakened. There are people being awakened to this idea, right? So, um, yeah, and it's like there could be a pause right now. I do feel like just a pause in energy, or just like that, like doing this like sigh of relief, and just like the willingness to start over, right? To begin again, but with different footing, right? And a more solid ground. Fours are about stability, right? But it's also like starting over with passion. This is about your stability. Did I say that? Yeah. Okay. Give me one card here for divine feminine energy. Yeah, wedding. Okay, so somebody could be married, or this is also being committed, right? And recognizing the need for balance within your marriage, right? Just what I was saying, or in your commitments, right? Recognizing that that's what you want, right? And not feeling like shunned, because this is also what's fading with this, whole like new world energy, whatever that they're talking about, is like, and creating your own life. But it's going to that place of and there's people that live like this now, right? And those are our teachers. That for people that don't have that in their life, that this kind of love exists, people working in harmony, working together in harmony, raising children in harmony, right? It's very important, instead of passing on complete fucking chaos to our kids, right? And this is like really what the bottom line of the change within, especially as adults, is so that, because as the future, as we, day to day, our children are going to be born, more and more children are going to be born knowing, right? Like being of higher rank than even their parents. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to be more in tune with others, like more psychic. I'm not really sure, like just more spiritually attuned than, and they're going to need a more peaceful environment, right? Like they're not going to be able to grow up in the chaos that maybe you grew up in as a kid, right? They're not going to be able to withhold, like their body is not going to be able to withhold that energy, right? And this is the importance of doing the work on yourself now, so that you can assist your children in their growth and development. Okay. So this is also this awareness of like what you want, equal give and take, right? It says this situation involves marriage. Okay. So some of these divine feminines, or you could be married currently right now. Okay. And there could be just this awareness of what you want. Okay. So we have 2 marriage cards out on the table now. So give me one card here for divine masculine energy. All right, we're good. Yeah, see somebody. Okay, so somebody could currently be married or in a situation or connection that's like where they realize like this is not what I signed up for, or realizing or having an understanding that things could be better, right? So this is about this is clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there's like 2 options here. What I'm getting, it's like either work on it with your partners, but in order to do that, you have to completely forget who they've been, right? It's like a complete release. But in order to do that, it's almost like, can you both like make that decision to like let it go, right? And if one person isn't willing to do that, then you have to make another decision. Is this something that I'm okay with staying in if I'm going to be bullied or whatever every single day about what I've done in the past, so and then making that decision. It's like doing what's best for you, because first and foremost you have to take care of yourself first, right? So I feel like there's awakening up here of that, of that awareness. It's like that whole, what they're showing me is that whole, like on the airplane, the air mask come down and they say put the air mask on yourself first before you do your child, so you don't pass out in trying to help your child. So it's like if you have nothing to give, like, or offer, it's like there's something here about just depletion. Okay, look, calling in your soulmate. Okay, so this divine masculine is looking for signs, is what I'm hearing. And then this says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So it's somebody could be going through a divorce right now. Okay, and maybe they don't want to get divorced like due to like money, and because like look at how her, like she's like this, like oh my god, it's like everything that she's going to lose. Or there's like this decision on like, do I fight for this, wanting to fight for this. Okay, so that's a decision that only you can make, right? So give me one card here for the connection. Yeah, religious factors. Again, this is like my card of marriage and twin flame. It's my twin flame energy. Okay, so this it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. So a lot of the times these twin flame journeys, they are like, you could have a lot of money tied up with your person, whoever you're because somebody's in a commitment here. One or both of you are in other commitments, or you're in commitments, and it's like something's off. Okay, but there's been this awareness that things could be better. Okay, now Are you willing to make things better with the person that you're with, or is it time to move towards something else? Okay, so yeah, look at this card. That once there's chemistry, says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay, so there is, if there's somebody else, okay, uh you do feel a strong pull towards this person, right? You can probably, like, you see how he has this energy here, you can probably feel each other's energy, right? So this is a decision that you can looking for signs, right? And also it's like, listen, I understand this, like, just in the sense, like, because I just started to feel like this, like the hesitation is what people will think, right? And if you leave a situation, and I understand that completely, because this is what our, listen, another part of the twin flame journey is to bring back the true sanctity of marriage, because a lot of people just get married due to other factors that aren't love. Now, does that mean that you can't grow into loving someone? No, and nothing that I'm saying, this is just my understanding and the messages that I've received and the way that I have grown and evolved, through my own twin flame journey. This is the messages that I have received. But the twin flame journey is about, like, bringing back the true sanctity of marriage, right? And sorry, my phone. And so that we're marrying for true love, and it's a balanced, equal marriage. It's about walking side by side and building and creating together, right? And so because our divorce, they're saying like something like 50%, maybe it's 40 to 50% divorce rate or something like that. So it's changing this. And then just like all across the world, it's like people are forced into marriages, and things like that. And obviously this stuff doesn't happen overnight, right? This is a slow transition. This is why, like, I'm reading energy here, right? So this is like, anything that I say, it could be happening past, present, future, right, or right now, and but it's in past, meaning like it could be energy, like, because we're talking about souls, our soul energy, right? And it's like, it could say you're married to this person, but you could be married to them, like, in another past life. You know what I'm saying? And I know that that's like, can be far-fetched and too deep for some people, but like, that's the way that I've been shown life and through my own experiences and things like that. So I just don't always like go as deep as that, because I understand that that's, it's kind of big for some people, but you guys are calling your person in, okay? But again, I'm going to tell you to just take your time to make a decision in regards to, like, taking time to meditate, right? Be alone with nature, God, or whoever your higher power. Look, I'm figuring out my feelings. And this is exactly what this divine masculine energy feels like. They're possibly, this divine masculine is waking up. Okay. But even still, it's like, as an individual person, it's like you're trying to understand exactly what it is, like, your needs, after having this awareness of, like, this equal give and take, not wanting to be that person that's overbearing and overriding and just like, yeah. And this says, I don't want to run anymore. Okay. But, and this is that exhaustion, the recognition of the exhaustion of just like, taking the time to, like, give to yourself and figure things out. All right, let's get divine feminine energy. One card for divine feminine. Divine timing is at play. Okay. Yeah. And having that awareness that everything that's happened has happened for a reason, and taking the look, I'm healing my self-worth. Exactly. So this is what this pause is about, and whatever it is that you're working on, because I feel like It's about learning how to thrive and strive in life, um, separately, and having that be okay. Okay, there is no like competition between you and your person, or anybody for that matter. Okay, and it's just like learning to go more with the flow of life, and just look, we are alchemists. We transform fear into love, and shadow into light. And I feel like there's a lot of transmutation happening right now. Just, it's like realizing that what you've done served its purpose, even if you're like disappointed in what you've done or what you haven't done, right? And because it taught you the lesson, if you're grasping for your lesson, right? If you're looking for your lesson and it's seeing that lesson. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry if you heard that. That's my son out there. All right. Give me one card here for the connection. Please send me energetic support. Use the frequency of love to uplift me because I need your help. Yeah, 5 is the number for change. So, and then it says, our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening. It says, separated or together, we are working in tandem with each other. And that's the thing that I feel may be coming an awareness to you, or it's like, even if you're just waking up, it's like that, yeah, you are one with all things and connected to all things. Okay. And all, right. But there may be others that you feel more than other people, right? But whomever, you are, whoever your person is, right? Um, it's not having that animosity. It's not being angry. It's moving to that place of acceptance. It's that unconditional love. That's it. Okay. Accepting that part is real, right? And so maybe you're not, there. Okay. Maybe you're angry. All right. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to stay there, right? And even if it's like part of this, like releasing your ex, maybe you're not married, maybe you're not with somebody else, maybe this is just like releasing that bitter bitch energy within you, right? Releasing the anger that you have toward, and I'm talking to like whatever gender you identify with, right? It's like just releasing that, and so that you're not angry anymore, right? Because it's like the only thing that anger does is like, it like breeds cancer. That's what I just heard. Okay, that's what they just told me. The only thing anger does is breeds cancer. So it's like being able to forgive all. That's okay. I'm not saying you got to go out and make friends with these people. Forgiveness is about just like letting go. Like you don't have to roll it over in your head over and over again, right? It's like the acceptance that whatever you lost is lost, and it was lost because better is coming, because your God fucking loves you no matter fucking what, deeper than the ocean, higher than the sky. That's what my dad used to say to me. And it's like, I mean, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like mistakes, scrapes and bruises and all. So he's got your best interest in sight. So it's like trusting. So also like, it's like you're learning to trust your higher power, like somebody outside of who you are. Because listen, an awareness I had to have for myself is that by like trusting no one, it's like, where did I take myself? fucking to a giant fucking tornado mess. Okay. And since I've like let go little by little, it's been a process. My connection with my God has been slowly built over time, and and so somebody could be like, you're going to this next level of like learning how to trust your higher power as well. It says, you show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories. Yeah. So, um, yeah, you are showing up in each other's dreams. And it says, I'd long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. Exactly. So you could have been, your person triggers you to uncover parts of yourself, right? And awarenesses. I'm telling you, it's been a freaking roller coaster ride, all right, for me. And um, so it's all good, you guys. It's all good. Um, yeah, look, I don't want to run anymore. I'm seeing my toxic patterns. Yeah. And I can't stop thinking of you. So if you're feeling like extra anxious, it could be your person like thinking about you, like even stressing about you. But it's like, look, I'm speaking my truth. Like, your person is learning how to stand up for themselves, right? And with however that unfolds in their lives, right? And doing what they need to do yeah, look, miracles are freaking occurring or about to occur. Things that are like I'm hearing the impossible dream. Okay. So I'm not saying it's going to happen today. It's 11:11 as I'm saying that right now. Okay. Um, but it's like, and it's 83 degrees out, which adds up to an 11. Okay, that's a lot of ones. You could be seeing ones, 11, 11, 1, 1, 1, 11. Okay, and the number 7 because it's September 16th. Okay, so yeah, but there's something here about like owning your behavior and still knowing that you are the emperor of your life, right? And so you are in charge. I mean, look, it says the end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. Yeah, and maybe a lot of what this helps with, like I said, like the addictive behavior is like codependency, okay? And and this part is there could be a connection that had to be separated due to that fact. This is why you're both like learning how to, it's like have your own money, right? Or and all this stuff, like have your own friends, having separate lives. Like you don't have to always be together, but maybe you can still do that, but still have like separate lives, right? Like being able to think for yourselves, going back and forth. Like if somebody doesn't agree with you, that doesn't mean like they don't love you, right? It's like these different recognitions of like, oh, that's my shit, that's not your shit. That's like, he's not saying that, it's fucking beautiful. Okay, because what this bottom line is healing. We're fucking healing, guys. And I love being on this journey. Thank you so much, because it's because of you. Like I've been healing too, like as I've been making these videos. And I just appreciate you all so much for like showing up and even getting readings with me and things like that. Like it's just really beautiful what we're experiencing here. It might not feel that great. You could be feeling actually exhausted, but do those things that um, feel good to you. Like take care of yourself, take a bubble bath, write in your journal, right? Like whatever, go to the gym, dance, sing, whatever it is that makes you feel good, right? Like laugh, like eat chocolate, whatever it is. Okay. So I love you. Have an amazing day. Bye.